Hi, it's Alison Canavan, and I'm delighted to be joined by Jennifer Rock from Yonka again today. How are you?
I'm great, and you?
I'm good. I'm delighted because today we're going to be talking about, we'll term it Yonka youth. We're going to be talking about teenagers. Listen, I know myself, let's be honest, that we live a very fast-paced life, all of us, but especially in your teen years.
Yeah.
Like, I suppose skincare and understanding the importance of good skincare
It's vital.
is vital.
Yeah.
So Yonka are actually quite focused on both girls and boys, if
I
I'm
think
correct.
that's the part, definitely we have to get across that like boys and girls should both pay an interest into their skin. My favourite quote, which I'm almost in trouble for saying, is that the skin is an organ. So, and I really feel that...
And our
people
largest
don't.
one.
Yeah, and it's on the outside, and people think, right, I have to look after my inside, but you have to look after your outside as well. So really for Yonka, we're probably more known as an anti-aging results-driven brand in that regard, but what we really want to, I suppose, get out there is that we have products that are suitable for cleansing babies' bums and really educating teenagers as to how to look after their skin. So my own son's 12 and people think I'm mad when I say he's on a cleanse, he lotions and he uses an SPF. But the reason why I do that is, well, the first time he got his little tooth, I was trying to teach him to brush it. So what's the difference with your skin? I'm not trying to bombard it with
So it's really
ingredients.
preventative measures.
Yeah.
And I know we've spoken before, and I'm always talking about the importance of cleansing and cleaning your skin.
Exactly.
And if you live in a city and you're surrounded by, cars, or if you're just living, your skin gets dirty. So it really does make sense that teenagers should be really cleaning their skin as well.
A really simple regime. It doesn't have to be like, there's no eye
Let's
creams,
hear
there's
it.
no facials. I do love the Oma Solaire, I have to
Okay.
say. So these had a huge renaissance and a huge awakening last year. The concept of Yonka's one is that it's not just...
So this is the
taking off
cleansing
makeup.
water?
Yes, sorry, my mistake, So, and you put it onto cotton pad, it's as lazy as this, and you literally close your eyes and go like that and then dump the cotton pad in the bin.
So really, instead of using the wipes, which can be quite astringent
You're
and
hurting my
pulling,
heart.
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, sorry.
I know they can be quite astringent. And listen, I'm guilty of it as well. I kind of, I told myself the odd time, if you're out in a late night out, that it's okay to use a wipe to take off.
No.
And do you know what I noticed when I'm kind of ashamed to say this, but when I had my baby, and I wasn't really educated about wipes and using perfume in wipes, and I used a baby wipe that I had on my face one night, and my face stung so badly, and it was the first time I thought of, maybe that's why my baby's crying.
Yeah, it can't be good.
Putting it on your face. So something like
on
this.
their bum?
And their bum? Yeah. No, seriously though.
But Yonka, like the gel Natoint and we have a Lay Natoint, which are our cleansers, and they are often used on babies' bums.
Okay, how do you use the gel?
Gel is simple again. So this is probably a little bit more a step above than the Oma Solaire. This is for a teen that maybe, or anyone, like 30s, 40s, 50s, it doesn't make a difference, that hasn't got time. This is a bit more of a thorough cleanse. So you'd wet your hands a little bit, pea size in, scrub a dub all over, and then remove it.
Scrub a dub.
Very professional. But it gets the point across, and really it just leaves the skin fresh, hydrated, not stripped, so you're less prone to psoriasis, eczema.
So you don't have that real dry, and Irish skin is very prone to psoriasis and eczema. So, really taking care. Next step, final step.
Yeah, well, I'm a big believer in SPFs as well, which we will go through. But then Creme 28 is a really easy, lightweight, hydrating moisturiser. There's nothing questionable in it. You know that it's going to be a benefit to you. You put it on AM, PM, out the door, and you're done. And it kind of starts the habit of a lifetime.
So for teens, how much is enough for cream to be putting on your face? Do you dot it on your cheeks, your nose?
I don't know if they would do that, so I'd love to say that in an ideal world. I think maybe like a 10-cent size, and just apply it all over and then out the door. So the quicker and the easier we can do it, I think the bigger the possibility.
The better chance you have of
for everybody,
incorporating
but definitely for teens. The Guarana scrub is another one worthwhile mentioning. So it's just people are obsessed with over exfoliating, which really isn't a Yonka concept, because again, going back to the fact the skin is an organ, you don't want to strip it. So it's got a little bit of granule in it, but it respects the skin, but it'll also hydrate whilst doing so.
It's really
moisture.
Nice. Yeah, it's quite moisturising.
Yeah, absolutely.
With just a little bit of there's
a little bit of a grain. Tiny amount, but too much of the grains will actually abrade the skin, so they actually cut it.
Can I ask you how often you should be using a scrub?
It does depend on the client, definitely. So twice a week, 2 to 3 times a week. It depends on the skin itself.
A teenager who is struggling with really bad skin, how often do they need to be using a scrub?
Every second day, perhaps. And I like the fact there's not a lot of granules in it, because if they have a lot of pimples, they'll spread the bacteria if there's too much grit. So it's really important what kind of an exfoliant you get.
Okay, so this is a really good one maybe for teens with bad skin. So there you have it. Use the cleansing water, boys and girls. This is for. These are not just for girls. Cleansing water if you want to use the gel cleanser, this is all about finding what works for you as well and experimenting with it. Then you have the lovely moisturising cream and then the really light exfoliator. Jennifer, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you.